Our next one is, we finished with the tools that go in the tray, and now we're going into the actual box. In the box, you're gonna find hacksaws, okay? A hacksaw is a great tool for us out there because that's basically sometimes the only tool that we have to cut metals, especially if we're doing work remotely, somewhere where you don't have access to power tools. So your hacksaw basically has all of the parts that you will learn in the program, okay? It also has this specific one, has your tensioning screw and your extra pins for when you're changing the position on your blade, okay? Yep. Okay, our next one is hammers. You will find two hammers in your toolbox. You will have a ball peen hammer. Okay, ball peen hammers, you'll learn about ball peen hammers in your hand tools module. And you also have a softer face hammer. Okay, you have a soft face hammer and you have a ball peen hammer. The pin area here, that's why it's ball peen hammer. And the softer area here, that's why it's soft face hammer. Sometimes you have other types in your toolbox, mallet, a dead blow, depending on the tools that you have, but it is softer, so when you're adjusting and need little tapping and you don't want to damage or basically create any marks in the pieces that you're working on, you use something like this. And when you're stamping, when you're using your brick punch or your center punch, you will use a ball peen hammer. Okay, the next thing you'll have here is your set of combination wrenches. As you open them up, you'll be able to tell that it is a full combination set, and this set basically allows us to, the set is enough for the work that we do in the shop here. Okay, so they come in different sizes. Again, you will learn this in the module on hand tools. They are, as you'll see, you have an open end and a closed end. Again, I'm not going to expand on definitions or description, as you will learn this in your module on hand tools. We are now almost done with what's in your toolbox. The next set of tools are very important for you when you begin your program. These tools will help you do a lot of the work. Notice that we have wrapped them in a little rag, okay, a little shop cloth, okay, because we don't want them to be in contact with each other. This is a set of files that you'll find in your toolbox, okay? There's usually 3 files in your toolbox. The files basically are the smooth file, the second cut file, and the flat bastard, which, if you think about it, is the smooth would be your smaller one, the second cut would be your medium, and your flat bastard would be your large, which in this case, large removes more material, this removes less material, and of course this one would do a lot less. These files here have some pinning, but we'll discuss that again in depth in your modules when it comes to learning about files. Files need to have a handle always, okay? They can never be used without a handle. So when you place them back in your toolbox, please, we always ask students to at least wrap them up. You can do it either way you want, but as long as they're not touching each other. These tools are nice and sharp, and because they're sharp, they're brittle, and if they touch each other, they're just gonna get damaged and it won't do the job. All right, so there's only a couple more tools in your toolbox, and they are a bench brush, which basically allows you to clean your benches. That's pretty straightforward, your bench brush. And the other one, it's a brush, and it also has a wire side. okay, this is what we called a file card. Okay, file card, it's made so that you can clean files. Okay, so I took one of the files out to show you how it's supposed to be done. So I took this one out. I'm gonna make sure it's nice and clean. When you're cleaning your files, and this should be done on a regular basis, I like to have some sort of soft material, and I place my file right against the soft material. I'm using just this one to show you here. So the brush part, you can use it any way to brush things off, any like bigger particles. The wire end, as you can see in the close-up there, you can see that they have bent legs, right? All the little wire there, it's got bent legs. So they're meant so that when you go file it, and again a close-up there, I got my file down, when you go clean it, you go into each one of the grooves, and they only go kind of one direction, and that cleans all the pinning that is on your files. Okay, you can either go a little bit back and forth. Now if you do a close-up, if you see in the close-up here, you'll see the way the lines kind of run, and that's how I'm actually running my file card. Okay, and then we'll do this all over. We get students that clean it this way here. Okay, that's not good. Basically, you're just filing the file card. Okay, so you can't really do it this way. You must do it this way. Apply a little bit of pressure so that it clears up all of the pinning. Do the same thing in the other side. And that is a file card. When you finish, you can just brush it all off, and that's the file card. Okay, so that summarizes what's in your toolboxes. We took it all out to show you. Your tools are super important in your career. You got to treat your tools right. You got to keep them clean. You got to keep them lubricated. You got to keep them away from water because it could damage your tools. So keep them nice and clean. At the end of every shift, clean them up, put them away nicely. Don't just chuck them in your toolbox, because that's, again, not taking proper care of your tools. This is what you find in your toolboxes. Hopefully this video will help you when you come in next time and we get to discuss what's inside and how you should be storing it.